story, and it's called Missionaries. Even when I was a kid, it always seemed a bit of a rough pub. Red brick, 4 square, slightly shabby. On the seafront, just down from Southwick Station, surrounded by the flats which had been built on the land cleared when most of the Victorian seafront community, where my granddad was born, was demolished in the 60s. Next to the old town hall, near the entrance to Shore and Port and the customs building. The Pilot. As far as I can remember, I'd only ever been in there once. They say first impressions are lasting ones, and my first impression was that if you wanted a pint of something that definitely wasn't real ale, or a fight, or some of the stuff Lance Armstrong liked, or you wanted to get served despite barely having pubic hair, or you'd been thrown out of all the other pubs in Southwick, or you were a lost sailor, just arrived in port and desperate to get pissed, it was the place to be. Anyway, as times grew harder, it gradually got more and more dilapidated, till it looked positively desolate. Southwick's own Heartbreak Hotel. And then, finally, like so many of its fellows in this land blighted by totally avoidable poverty, it closed. It had never meant anything to me, but I was still sad to see a pub close in my local community, and so I was pleased when, walking the dog one day not long afterwards, I spotted a bright blue sign on the front. On it was a symbol which looked like a fat blue seagull plummeting to earth. Brilliant, I thought. Some Brighton Beer Monster fans were opening a new brew pub in Southwick, the Fat Blue Seagull Brewery, maybe. But when I got nearer, I saw that round the Fat Blue Seagull were the words, Redeemed Christian Church of God, Kingdom Life Assembly, Achievers Centre. Bloody hell, I said to myself. The Pilot wasn't much of a pub, but even it didn't deserve that. Taken over by a religious sect, a pretty hardcore one too. Among the list of activities on the board, 4-hour night vigil, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. every second Friday of the month. Now there's a way to show the locals a good time on a Friday night. Although on reflection, I did think that 4 hours spent at the Pilot, even under this new management, would actually be preferable to a similar amount of time spent there in the old days. It'll last 5 minutes, I thought, as I wandered past. Congregation of 0. It's true that Southwick has a long-established ecumenical scene. My wife and mother both big players back in the day. But I doubt that they'll have much to do with a weird sect based in a dodgy pub, what is, for many of them, quite literally, the other side of the tracks. If it's lucky, the Redeemed Christian Church of God will be noticed sufficiently for a few local kids to spray some inaccurately drawn and oversized male genitalia on its front door. But then the place opened, and one Sunday, walking the dog, I met them, definitely making an impact in our still more or less monocultural coastal village. Loads of young black men and women, immaculately dressed in Sunday best, walking confidently down Southwick Street, wandering round Southwick Shopping Centre, smiling broadly, handing out leaflets. The congregation of a church founded in Nigeria, with branches all over England, and now, one in Southwick. I took a leaflet. Welcome to Southwick, I said. Though don't try converting me because I'm a Marxist-Leninist. I thought of the irony. Hey, Dr. Livingston, what goes around, comes around. How are you getting on, I asked. Natives friendly? Okay, they said. But a few weeks later, they'd gone. Moved to an estate in Fishersgate, a mile away. Maybe it was me. Southwick, no chance. Hotbed of Marxism-Leninism. Anyway, there are missionaries in Fishersgate now. It's one of the most deprived areas of the country. It needs help. Personally, I don't think it needs the Redeemed Christian Church of God any more than Africa needed Dr. Livingston. But maybe they'll do some good. And at the very least, they should find it a bit less dangerous than he did, because to the best of my knowledge, in Fishersgate, they don't have cannibals, just cannabis. Thank you.